What is
All
up,
right.
guys? Welcome to College Football Pick'em, week number 7. Sorry for a few minutes late start. Had a little bit of technical difficulties this evening on my end, so that's on me. But hey, we've got a great weekend of college football coming up. Just me and
Yes,
Will
sir.
tonight, it seems. So gonna have a little bit less input as far as that goes, but we're excited. Got a lot of cool, interesting games coming to you. But Will, how you doing, man? What's going on with you?
Yeah, man. Life is crazy in the Bryant household right now. We're
Mm.
currently living between Augusta, Grovetown area, and Noonan underneath Atlanta. So we're like half packed here, half packed there, on the road certain days. So it's been a wild ride, but hopefully here in the next 2 weeks we'll be settled down, back
Yeah,
to normal a little bit. So
yeah, definitely sounds a little crazy, but well, hey, at least you're moving within like an hour with of us with Grovetown. Could have
hey,
been
30 minutes.
closer. Hey, I'll take it. 7 days out of the week. It's glad to have you closer to home. So really
Yes,
excited
sir.
about that. But hey, great weekend of college football. And where is Justin Doan? Haven't seen him yet. There he is. There he is,
Hey,
right
there he
on
is.
cue. Right on cue. Justin Doan, number one supporter of the college football pickup show so far this year. He's got a big
Hey,
go Gators in the chat after a big
I,
win last week.
I feel like it's
I
only
love it,
right
dude.
that we talk a little Gators to start. For
Mm.
Justin,
Let's
the
do
you
it. Let's
know
do it.
yeah, they had a good week last week.
It did.
I think I was very impressed. We kind of laid out the blueprint that they were going to have to execute to beat Texas net last week, and
Hmm.
to my surprise, I mean, I'll give it to you, Justin. Y'all executed that plan to perfection. I mean, you hit a big play when you need to in the pass game, but you were really good on running. You hit the edges strong. You're able to gash Texas's defense, which I think a lot of teams haven't been able to do so far. And again, Arch Manning just was not that guy. But I mean, we kind of knew that. I just kind of thought that that Texas was going to be able to out talent y'all. But hey, that was a gutsy win last week, and I really enjoyed watching. It was impressive.
Yeah. Absolutely, I couldn't say more. Kind of missed the pick last week with being out, but hey, Florida's not a bad team right now. They have a really tough schedule. Sure, Texas might not be as good as we thought they were, but I love to see it out of Florida. Finally put it together against a big team. They still got a gauntlet to go through, especially this week, which we'll talk about later with Texas A&M coming up on the schedule this Saturday. So,
Yes,
but
sir.
hey, I'd love to see it. Love to give Justin Doan a win for the weekend.
Absolutely.
That makes me a little happy to make sure his football team's winning. I'm sure he wishes the same for us. So happy for you, Justin. But hey, let's get into some picks.
Let's do it.
Like I said, a massive weekend of college football. We actually have 8 games for you this Saturday. We're usually a 7 game schedule, but and this was my mistake. I put on here the USF North Texas
Mm.
game, but that game is playing on Friday night. But if you haven't tuned into it, one of the biggest games with playoff implications this Friday night. I wonder what the score is. Let's take a look.
It's
It's
21-14 North Texas going to halftime
about to be
right
in
now.
halftime.
Actually, wait.
Hey,
USF with 4 seconds is at the 2 yard line. They might score.
oh man, never know what
Who
could happen
knows?
there.
Hey,
But
I'll
hey,
keep you updated.
if you in case you don't know, North Texas, USF are the two most likely group of 5 teams that are most likely to make the college football playoff. Big college football playoff implications on this game. I'm rooting for South Florida. South Florida's been my team all year, besides Carolina. So I'm hoping they can
Mm.
do it. I will be wearing South Florida merch at the end of the season if they're in the playoff.
I,
You can mark my words,
hey,
that will happen. But
I like
North
it.
Texas is no joke. But to take over that pick, we have Clemson at Boston College, which is
Mm.
going to be an interesting one. Clemson obviously has not looked like Clemson of the past this year, but they are playing Boston College. in Boston College. Clemson's a
Well,
13.5 point favorite. This is our quick pick, so I'm going to go Clemson. No matter what, I think 0-12 Clemson could beat a 12-0 Boston College every day of the week. So give me Clemson in this one. What you got, Will?
yeah, man, absolutely. I think it's got to be Clemson this week. It's probably the scariest pick I'm going to make this week, just because every time I think Clemson's got an easy win under their belt, they go and lose it. But
Every time.
gosh, if I'm not going to ride with Clemson, I guess I'm going to live and die by Clemson this year with my picks.
Yeah.
So why not just ride with Clemson and see what happens?
That's right. Hey, you got to stick with what you know. And unfortunately, you actually don't know if Clemson's going to win or not. Justin Doan,
It's unfortunate.
again, big shout out here. He's got Clemson as well. Man, at some point, we're just going to have to get Justin on the show. At some
I
point.
feel like it's got to
Let's
happen.
make it happen. It's got to happen. Biggest supporter of the
Gotcha.
show. Got to get him on live air, get some picks, get some thoughts about Florida. And maybe for Georgia, Florida. That'd be a fun one to have Justin on for. But
I like it.
We'll see what happens in the future. But on to our next quick pick. This was tough putting this in the quick pick category, but we have so many games this week. But we got number 10, Georgia, going to Auburn. Georgia is a 3.5 point favorite, which is a little shocking considering how good Georgia's looked aside from last week. Last week?
Well, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Excuse me. Sorry. The bye week has kind of just slipped out of my mind. So, or they play Kentucky. Never mind. But
it was a bye week essentially.
Sorry. My mind's kind of frazzled with not having the show, not being on the show last week. It's been kind of hard to keep up with what's what. So, but I got Georgia in this one still. Auburn is a dangerous team. I'm with Justin on this one too. I would love to see Auburn win, but I just think Georgia has too much. They've looked good aside from the Alabama game, and Alabama just has their number, so it's hard to count that against them. So give me Georgia in this one to by a touchdown. I'll give them by a touchdown. What do you think, Will?
Yeah, I'm kind of along the same lines, like word for word what you were saying. I was going to have Georgia by a touchdown. I think they're really talented. I think Auburn's got a good team this year, but I just don't. I think Georgia's got a little bit more talent, and like you said, I think they're better than what some people are giving them credit for after the Alabama loss. But like you said, Alabama just has their number. It's that one team they can't get over the hump. They could literally be the best team in the nation, head over heels, and they are going to lose to Bama. So
that's right.
I think you can write them in for maybe going undefeated for the rest of the year. I don't know. I picked them to win the SEC, so I'm going to stick with them. And so give me Georgia this week.
Love it, dude. It seems like we're on the same page so far tonight. But maybe this one will divide us just a little bit. Our last quick pick of the night, Justin Dode's favorite pick of the week. We got Florida at number 5, Texas A&M. Texas A&M only a 7.5 point favorite. What do you think, Will? What are your thoughts on this game?
Man, I really wish this one wasn't a quick pick because I think I have a lot to say on this game, but I'll try to keep it
take
quick.
Your time. It's just me and you tonight.
You're right. We have time, and Justin Doan is here. I think he deserves it,
Yeah, so, let's do it.
I really think this is going to be a great game. Kind of like last week, even though I went against Florida, I did give Florida their flowers last week. And just understanding that they are a very good team. They have talent. I think they're awesome on the defensive side of the ball. They showed that last week. I think Texas A&M is a little better than I originally thought, having gotten to watch them. They struggled a little bit against Mississippi State, but I kind of predicted that early on because Mississippi State's pretty good this year. But they were able to pull away late, which is what good teams do. So they're at home. I think the 12th man is a very underrated home field advantage. I think it's a very tough place to play. I think that's probably one of my top places to play, along with Williams-Brice, the real Death Valley in LSU. And you could probably – I've never been or really seen a lot on it, but I know the Swamp is very a lot of people say the Swamp is a tough place to play. Shout out Justin Doan. So, I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a fourth quarter game. I'm really excited to see who comes out.
Yeah.
I'm not big on Marcel Reed, but he's been balling this year. And, he's made the big play when he has to. The running game is really good. I think it comes down, man. All week I said I was going to go Florida,
Mm.
and I think I'm going to change. I think it
Oh
comes.
man.
I think it comes down to a DJ Lagway interception late in the fourth that seals the game for Texas A&M. I think they win by a field goal, and this is no slight to Florida. I think it goes to how much I kind of like Texas A&M this year. Shout out my boy Kevin Crawl. He actually talked me up about them last week, so I'm going to ride with Texas A&M. So sorry, Justin. Don't hate me.
It's not a bad pick. It's really not. It's hard to pick this game, especially after seeing Florida last week and Texas A&M last week. It's kind of night and day, and it's tough to pick going into this week with two of them. Justin Doan has Florida by 2 scores. Uh, that's an interesting. That's an interesting pick. Justin said, "I am sending Will a Florida shirt if they win. Love it." Well, here's
I'll
my
wear it on
thoughts
the
on the game.
show. I won't wear it in public.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't know if it's almost like wearing a Carolina shirt in public. You don't want to do that right now.
It's true.
But
It's true.
the Florida team that we've seen so far this year is judged a lot based on what they've lost. But looking at their schedule, they lost to LSU, a top 10 team in the country. They lost to Miami, a top 3 team in the country. They lost to USF by 2. It looks ugly. USF is a good football team. Like we said earlier in the show, they're probably going to make the playoff as a group of 5 team. That doesn't necessarily excuse the 3 Florida losses. Florida did beat Texas last week. No matter what, no matter how bad Arch is, no matter what you say about Texas, Texas is still a good team, no matter which way you spin it. Texas A&M on paper, 5-0 team being ranked number 5 looks good, but when you look at the paper, Mississippi State struggled last week. The week before struggled against Auburn. The week before struggled against Notre Dame. The week before Utah State took them pretty close in the first half. It hasn't been a top 5 football team yet. That's why I don't like, and I'm probably going to talk about this later, is I hate AP poll rankings
True.
because they're garbage. They make no sense. But I just don't see it yet. I'm not saying that Florida's going to go out and win by a couple of touchdowns. I'm thinking the opposite of Will. I think Florida goes out and wins by a field goal, last second field goal of the game. Give me Florida. I'm riding with Justin Doan this weekend. I don't have anything to lose. I'm way behind in the standings.
It's true. Yeah.
Give me
Fair
Florida.
enough.
So
Hey, and
give me
I'd like
Florida
to
in this one.
clarify. I'd like to clarify for Justin. I'm not cheering against you this week. I would not mind to see Florida
Yep.
win. It's purely based off of what I'm doing with the picks. It's going off of data. What I feel in my gut is what it is. But I'm cheering for you this week, Justin. I hope you do well, and I hope you can respect the professionalism of me trying to do what I think. But I
Yeah.
do cheer for you this week and would love to see it. I think last week they benefited from being in the swamp. I think this week going on the road is going to get them a little bit. Coming off a whirlwind of a win, I think they dropped that momentum just a little bit. But I still think they're a great team.
Yeah, definitely see that. Well, this is one of our favorite parts of the show. It's our dumpster fire pick of the week. We turn it all over to Will. He's going to give us our dumpster fire of the week. We're going to talk about it. But Will, what you got for us, man?
Yeah, man. If I'm being completely honest, it was tough because, and my mind is all over the place with the moving right now. I was kind of going back before the show and looking over who was a best choice for dumpster fire of the week. And the big one I kept coming back to was Penn State, man. I just don't understand how you go to 0-4 UCLA, who just fired their coach. They have looked atrocious in every sense of the word. You're supposed to be a national championship contender. You have some of the best running backs in the nation. Your defense is supposed to be elite. And apparently, Drew Aller is a great quarterback, which I called absolutely not from the beginning of the season. I never had faith in Drew Aller and knew he was going to be garbage. But
Mm.
we finally saw it last week, and the defense did not show up. It was very sad to see Penn State go out that way, especially, when the Big Ten likes to say all this about how they're the best conference, but you have a national championship contender of your Big Three lose against one of the worst teams in the nation. I just don't see how that can get by without being a dumpster fire. If that's not a dumpster fire, I don't know what is. So I'm going to go with Penn State versus UCLA getting a loss last week. That was pretty rough.
I love it. I love it. We had trashed on UCLA so much this season
We
already,
have.
just for them to go beat Penn State. Uh, yeah, it's time for James Franklin to go. I think he cannot win the big
Mm,
games. He can't even win the little games anymore. It's time to go at this point. Give it
it's
up. Let
rough.
somebody else have a chance. Rebuild the team. It's honestly sad to see, but
It
this is the
is.
kind of year where Penn State will lose a 0-4 UCLA and then come out and beat Ohio State or something. It's just
Mm-hmm.
it's wild to me. It's just one of those types of things. But great insight there. Yeah, it's honestly sad. I have no words. But onto our newer segment of the show, we have our upset pick of the week. I'm actually going
Yes,
to start with
sir.
mine, if you don't mind. This one's
You
kind
have
of
one. I like it.
I
Let's
have one.
go.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I really hope
And
you
this
don't
one
go with
might
the easy one that I saw. I really hope you don't.
no. Hey,
Okay.
are you talking about Michigan USC?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not going there. I'm
No,
actually
okay.
going down to the low country. I am taking Coastal Carolina over UL Monroe. UL Monroe is a
Wow.
2.5 point favorite.
Mm.
Uh, so we've got a matchup this Saturday. It's in
Yes, sir.
Coastal. UL Monroe is favored. Neither one of these teams are very good, honestly. They're group of
It's
five
true.
teams, but they're going to battle. I think it's going to be a battle. Coastal has not looked very good. UL Monroe got blown out last week by Northwestern.
Mm-hmm.
Coastal got blown out by Old Dominion. Honestly, this is like a who's the worst team in the Sun Belt kind of game.
Yeah.
But give me Coastal. I know this is kind of
Mm.
a joke of a pick, but I believe it, man. I think Coastal's got it. Their quarterback is average. Trey Hudson, I think it is Trey Hudson.
I
He,
don't know. Yeah, something like that.
it doesn't have crazy stats, but uh, give me Coastal. What's he got?
Yeah, man. I love going with the small schools in the upset pick because I feel like it truly is an upset pick. Like you don't know much about them. You have to do your research. And it's just a
Mm.
gutsy pick. Like it can go good or bad either way. So I love that pick. Really respect it. I was between three games this week. Really two, because one of them was the Michigan USC, but I was like, that's no fun to take that as
Mm.
an upset because that's kind of ridiculous. Um, I also looked at New Mexico over Boise State because I
Ooh,
picked New Mexico
I
earlier
know.
in the year, and they won the upset pick for me. But I've got a really gutsy feeling on a game, and it's out there. Two and three teams, smaller schools battling out. FAU against UAB is a four and a half
I saw
point
that one. Yes.
favorite.
Yeah.
And
Love
I,
it,
for
dude.
some reason, I love UAB. I love the story of when they got rid of the football program and they brought it back, dude. Inject that into my veins, dude. Like I need that this week. So give me
Yes, sir.
UAB to take down FAU in an upset this week.
What a pick, man. We got
Mm.
some crazy upset picks this week. Hey, Justin Doan coming in clutch again. Hey, he's got
Yeah,
Pitt
he
over
is.
FSU. I don't hate it, honestly.
I don't hate it. I
FSU,
looked at it.
this is gosh, here I go with AP polls again. I don't get it. I don't get it. How do you go from 2-10 to a top 10 team in the country, then you lose, then you trash again? I don't get it. It makes no sense to me.
You're right.
That's neither here nor there. Hey, let's get into our normal picks before I go crazy on AP poll
Mm.
rankings again. In case you don't know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
talking about, go watch week 1 and week 2 and week 3 and week 4 and week 5. I think I say something about it every week because it genuinely makes me angry about how
It's true.
it's just nonsense at this point. It's crazy, but Hey, first normal pick of the week. We got number 1 Ohio State at Illinois, 17 Illinois. Ohio State is a 14.5 point favorite. Random question: have you seen the trophy for this game?
No, there's a trophy.
It's a yes, it's a turtle. It is a turtle.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude. So back way back when I saw the history on this earlier, it used to be a real life turtle that they would pass between schools. Now it's like a wooden carved turtle that is whoa, Preston, there it
Oh,
is. Now it's a wooden carved turtle that has the score written on the back of it, and they traded it back between the winners. So that's the history behind this game. Hidden rivalry. Ohio State is winning this game. That's all I got because Preston's back. So hype. Give me Ohio State by 2 touchdowns, which is not going to cover, by the way. Ohio State 2 touchdowns.
My bad,
wow.
guys. We were totally.
Hey,
I'm in
Preston.
Louisiana, and so what's up, guys? I'm in Louisiana, and the time is an hour behind, and so I was definitely thinking it was
Oof.
8:15, and I got that text. I was like, "Oh shoot!"
Yikes. Yikes.
Mm.
It's
My
all
bad.
good. Hey, glad to have you, man. Glad to have you.
Yeah. We got here about 2 o'clock in the morning last night, and so now we're
Jeez.
just hanging out. And we went into the LSU campus, so went ahead and dropped a car off, and so that
Wow.
way tomorrow, heading to the game tomorrow, so that way we have a car already there. So when the game's over, we can just jump in and go. So
That might be the
Nice.
smartest thing I've ever heard.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they only live 15 minutes from the campus, and it's free parking. So like,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
they have like, well, on campus, there's just like fields upon fields upon fields of just wide open areas. So they don't
Mm.
charge to park in those spots. You just go and park, and then we drop the car off, and then tomorrow we'll just get dropped off at the stadium. So it'd be pretty
That's
sweet.
Nice.
awesome.
Dude,
Yeah,
that sounds
no
like
traffic.
premium. I need to sign up for that. I'm going to move to Columbia, drive my
Yeah,
truck, and set it
Mm.
outside the stadium every Saturday. So
that'd be awesome.
that's a great idea. Hey,
Yeah.
tell us where you went for lunch today.
So for
Mm.
lunch, I went to a place that has the best chicken fingers,
Oh.
fries, toast,
Mm,
and sauce, and that
mm,
place is
Mm.
called Cane's.
Don't
mm.
forget about the
Uh,
sweet tea, sir.
yeah, I
Mm.
got Coke Zero,
Mm.
so
Oh,
Oh
I got
no.
Coke Zero.
He
how
sold.
dare
He
you?
sold.
How
I
dare you?
gotta cut some calories at some
You were
spot, and
so
that's
close to a perfect lunch until you said a Coke
yeah,
Zero.
dude, it was
You
so good.
Mm.
sacrificed those calories at Cane's.
I was talking to Manny. I'm like, this is so good. Like compared to Zaxby's, like
Oh,
the
Mm. Oh
chicken
yeah.
is
night and
just
day.
like premium.
Night and day.
It like rips apart as you're biting it, and it's like
Oh, yeah.
it's that crust. It's like that cornflake crust is what it is. It's so
Mm-hmm.
good. Oh,
Mm,
delicious. So yeah,
yeah.
I enjoyed it. Raising Cane's is amazing, Justin Doan.
Mm.
It's top tier for
So
sure. Top
good.
tier.
So good. But
Hey, Preston. Before we jump
Yeah,
into where we're at now, rapid fire, no opinion.
yeah.
Just
I was
give
about to
me
say
who you
this.
think's gonna win: Clemson or Boston College,
Clemson,
all right.
Georgia or Auburn,
Georgia,
Florida or Texas A&M.
A&M. Where's it
Oh,
at? Where's it
Oh
at? Where's it
boy,
at?
it's in A&M. It's
it's
in
at
A&M.
A&M.
A&M. A&M.
Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah.
All
Justin.
right. All right. 2 to
Mm.
1. 2 to 1. That's fine. All
That's
right.
it?
That was our rapid fire
Oh,
picks for
okay.
the night.
Okay.
Love it. So, Will, why don't you give us our opinion for Ohio State, Illinois? We'll give Preston a minute to kind of catch up and gather his thoughts since
Yes,
he
sir.
just joined. But hey, real quick, Matt McGowan is on our side of me. Why do you get Coke
Hey.
Zero at Canes?
Bro,
Why would you
listen.
do
Mm-mm.
that?
When you're fat like me, you have to cut
Nah,
someplace.
nah.
You gotta cut something. And so that's
If
the
you're
one
gonna go to
spot.
Canes, if you're going to Canes and you're getting a chicken finger box with fries, with toast,
The box
with the
combo.
Mm.
sauce,
Listen,
you might
no
as well
slaw,
just get the sweet
no
tea.
slaw, extra sauce.
Yes, sir.
Oof.
Facts.
Mm,
Oof.
love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
no
I like
slaw,
it.
extra sauce. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's phenomenal.
Will, what you got?
No,
Hey,
back
I
to
love it,
football.
dude. I
Sorry.
love talking about lunch.
I was over here dreaming about Canes. I got lost forgot we were talking
Gosh,
about
me too.
football.
So
Well,
good.
while we're on the topic, who cares about Ohio State, Illinois? Will, what did you have for lunch today? Justin, what'd you have?
I went to a place called Miller's.
New
Ale
segment. What'd you have for lunch today?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Write it down.
Yeah.
Love it.
Will, where'd you go?
Miller's Ale House.
Oh yeah.
Oh, how was
Got
that?
a ton of options. I'll be honest though,
Wow.
I can't go back no more. Because the
No
last
more?
2 or 3 times I've gone, it's tore up my tummy. So
Ooh.
Oof.
I'm out on it for now on.
Yikes.
Plus, they don't have them in
Yeah.
Augusta, so probably out on it.
That's okay. Well, you live in Grovetown, so I mean, it's only like a 5-minute commute to Atlanta, so
No,
you're
yeah,
good in that
absolutely.
Sure.
in
Right.
that area.
That's
So,
true.
Well, getting
Closer
back
to
to
Athens.
football. Yeah.
well, I had a slice of pizza from Sam's, in case you were wondering.
Top tier. Still top tier.
Best pizza
Still
pizza
top
you
tier.
can get. Yep.
True.
Listen, we need to start doing tier talks. Like one segment of the show is tier talks, and each
We're
week
just gonna-
is different topic, like food or like listen, new segment
All
on
right.
the show. Tier talks.
Here we go. We're gonna create a poll after the show.
All
Put it on our Facebook. If you would listen to a podcast about tier talks. So Justin Doan had oxtail and rice
Wow.
Oh.
and collard greens. Okay.
Goodness.
Where does Justin live?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Jacksonville.
Where would he go to get oxtail? Huh.
He could have went to Cane's. I mean, they got one right there in Oakleaf now.
Yeah.
Wow. Big time. Big money.
Poor
Justin,
decision.
in case you didn't know, we all used to live in Jacksonville. I lived there
Yeah.
for 6 years. No,
2.
4.
Lived there for 2.
5 years. I lived there for 5 years. So
Oof. So
3 years. 3 years playing basketball at Trinity, and then 1 year commuting, or as a not a commuting, but as a online student for LU. Actually, 2 years. So LU online. So
he cooked.
Matt McGowan said he is absolutely here for the tier talks.
Yes, tier talk. That's a good segment.
Oh.
Well,
new topic every week.
Justin cooked it, and Matt McGowan is absolutely here for the tier talks.
Let's do it.
And Justin said, "Oh my gosh, Preston, I went to college with you. I know." Will,
my goodness.
Ohio State, Illinois. What you got? Ohio State, Illinois. Gosh.
My bad.
That
was also 15 years ago, so I can't remember.
This is when the show is at its peak. Is when it's just
all
guys
I knew
talking.
was who I was in my own room. That's about it.
So,
and then I got in a lot of demerits. I got a lot of demerits for not wearing socks to class. I could go on.
Here we go.
For going to Cracker Barrel with.
We're going back to the glory days.
Cracker Barrel with 3 guys and 2 girls.
Oh man,
just uneven ratios.
You heathen, dude.
I got a lot of demerits. Anyways, sorry.
I said Illinois, Will. What you got?
Are we sure this time? Are we sure?
I think so. Take it away. Take it away.
Okay. Well, this one is an interesting one for me because you would think that Ohio State is the favorite in this game. But I've been going over the stats, and Illinois actually in the stats looks better than Ohio State in a lot of categories. They played a lot of really good ball. They only had one bad game against Indiana, and they had their number. And I think Illinois is a good team this year. I think they can catch you on a really bad week. But I think Ohio State's got too much talent. With Ohio State, I think it's hard to look at just stats and say, well, they're not as good in the stats. Like, they just know winning football. They know how to go out there and win different sorts of games. They have the talent to do it. I don't even take fact that it's at Illinois. Like, I don't even know if Illinois has a good atmosphere. I don't really hear anything about Illinois in their atmosphere. Sorry if you're an Illinois fan in the chat and I'm roasting your team right now. But I just think Ohio State is – yeah. I think Ohio State's just too good of a team. I've kind of turned into a little bit of Ohio State follower just because my father-in-law –
Belima's a dirtbag.
Huh?
Belima's a dirtbag as well.
Yeah, absolutely. But my father-in-law is an Ohio State fan. So I've kind of started watching games with him a little bit over the past year or so and, at least wanting them to do well for him. So Give me the Buckeyes. I'm gonna roll with the Buckeyes this week. I think they have a good shot at the title again this year. So I think they'll cover. I think they cover against Illinois.
I love it. Preston, what you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Ohio State. I think was saying at quarterback and just the talent they have. They're talking about Ohio State earlier this week on a pod I was watching, and they were just talking about how good they are from top to bottom. But they really haven't been truly tested yet. So we'll see. Texas is not the Texas we thought they were. Florida beat Texas, and you really can't compare it in this aspect, but Ohio State barely beat Florida, or excuse me, Texas, and so we really don't know who is good and who's not. So we're trying to really pan that out. I think in this game, Ohio State wins by 2 touchdowns. I don't.
Yep.
Illinois got rolled by Indiana, and I think Ohio State is a much better program than Indiana. So if we're going in tiers, I think cheer talk. If we're going in tiers of programs, I think Ohio State's a top tier program.
Yeah.
Just from top to bottom, talent wise, there's only a few of those. I would say, Ohio State's a top tier program. The money teams, Alabama, the teams that have the most money, I would say probably Texas. Those teams that have so much influence with donors. And now we're seeing kind of like the Texas Techs come out there as far as donors, the big donor programs that could go out and turn their season around in 1 year. So, yeah, I'm with you. Ohio State by 14 plus. Easy pick. That's it. That's all I got. So.
Love it. Hey, Justin Jones with us, Ohio State by 21. Could definitely see that as well. I agree with you, Preston. I think after that Indiana, or maybe Will said this, after that Indiana-Illinois game, it just doesn't seem like Illinois is actually that team as good as we thought they were. Also, big Brett Bielema disliker. I'm not going to say hater, but
not
disliker.
A
Yeah, but hey, next big game is a rivalry that is driven by hatred. We have number 6 Oklahoma taking on Texas Red River rivalry at the Texas State Fair. An absolutely electric environment. Something that I love about this is they played at the Cotton Bowl. The Texas State Fair is right outside. They divide it straight down the 50. Something that I heard today on a podcast was when you're at the Texas State Fair during the game, if you hear someone screaming, you don't know who it is. That just seems like an insane environment to be in, be around this game. Gonna be a good one. Here's a big headline of this game is John Mateer is probable for the first time in 3 or 4 weeks. That is definitely going to be a make or break for this game, I think. Obviously, Oklahoma has still continued to roll, hasn't lost a game, even with John Mateer being out. I mean, they haven't really played anybody. Texas looked terrible last week against the Florida team. That's not necessarily the best, but I have a lot of belief in because they've played a lot of tough teams. Arch has looked terrible, had a terrible week last week, but I think it's so hard to go against Oklahoma this year, even with John Mateer out. In this game, by the way, the spread has gone back and forth. Oklahoma's 1.5 point at like 4:00. Now Texas is a 2.5 point favorite. But I'm gonna take Oklahoma. I think, especially if John Mateer comes back, I'm taking Oklahoma by 21. If John Mateer does not come back, I'm taking Oklahoma by 10. So give me Oklahoma either way. Going to be a heck of a game tomorrow. I'm super excited. 3:30 kickoff. Going to be perfect. What you got, Will?
This one's a tough one for me because it really was coming. I was hoping they'd be a definite thing of which one, if Mateer was playing or not. Because I think my pick really depends on if Mateer plays or not. If Mateer plays, Oklahoma wins. If Mateer doesn't play, Texas wins. And it's solely because I don't trust the kid that's behind Mateer at Oklahoma. We saw him, I think his name's Hawkins or something. We saw him play South Carolina last year and absolutely get embarrassed. I don't think he's a great Division I quarterback. I don't think he's a good enough quarterback to lead them to a win against Texas. So this is a really tough pick. I think if you had to ask me right now, I think that John Mateer plays. So I will take Oklahoma in this one by 7. I think it's close. If he ends up not playing, I'm going to kick myself because I'm going to wish I had picked Texas. But I'm just going to roll with Oklahoma this week and hope he plays and roll the dice and see what happens. So give me Oklahoma.
Preston, what you got, man?
Yeah. If John Mateer comes back, I think the chances for Oklahoma to win at Oklahoma, correct? Is that Oklahoma?
It's not the Cotton Bowl.
Neutral site.
That's right. That's right. Stupid me. Yes, so I would say Mateer being back, the probable chances of them winning is higher. I don't see Texas won't lose in 2 weeks in a row, though. It's real tough. Who'd y'all pick? You picked Oklahoma, Will?
We both picked Oklahoma.
Texas. I'm going Texas. I don't see
Texas
get them
losing points back.
Wow. I know. I lost a lot last week, so Texas. I'm gonna go Texas. I think they don't lose 2 games in a row. They're not. They have more talent than Oklahoma. I know Oklahoma is a solid team. They are deep. They got a lot of portal players that allow them to become a 1 year turnaround team, kind of like last year. We destroyed Oklahoma last year. Carolina did.
Yeah.
But then, all of a sudden they turn their team around in 1 year. I do think eventually that starts to show a little bit. And I think this might be the game where that shows up. Just because you've seen it with Florida State. Florida State turned their team around and came out hot and heavy, put up some points against Alabama, had some really good games, but then have lost the last 2 games. They lost against Miami, and then they lost against a Virginia team. So I think the same applies here. You don't have that mesh of these players that have been together for 2 or 3 years. And I think that's what we're going to see a lot here in college football going forward is like these programs that are building these teams off a year turnaround are just going to have their ups and downs because they're not a team. Our team was so successful last year because we had so many players that had been here since year 1. Year 1 to year 4. Iman Wari, big time player for us. TJ Sanders. Who's the other one on? Tonka Hemingway. Big time players that we have had. And so, anyways, I'm going to take Texas here because I think that Texas team is pretty deep. I think they've been together for a while. I think they got some quarterback issues. I don't say it's quarterback issues. I would say that Arch is probably a top tier SEC quarterback. I think he has a really, really bad offensive line.
Interesting.
I think he has a terrible offensive line. And that's what's been said this week. He's not a bad quarterback. He just doesn't have the time that he needs to make the reads, to make the progressions, and make a good throw. He's just dropping back and slinging it because he doesn't have the time to go through his reads and make the right throws. So I think this week they get better. I don't see Texas losing 3 games this year. That's insane. I think Texas takes this one, so give me Texas. And Mateer being back is the X factor, but I think him being hurt is going to kind of limit him to he's not going to go all out like he would have before. So
no.
Anyways, I'll take Texas in this game. So
I like it. It's a good pick, and like me and Will said, I think it's all, and even you said, I think it's dependent on Mateer.
For sure.
I think throwing in, I think his name's Michael Hawkins at quarterback for Oklahoma. Throwing him into a Texas game, especially like Will said, he was terrible last year. I don't foresee them winning this game without John Mateer.
Right.
And I think with Arch having a bad offensive line, sure, it might not be the best, but I think it'll come with time. He's going to be a better quarterback. He's definitely not a good quarterback right now. I'd say he's probably in the bottom half of the SEC as far as quarterbacks go, which is okay. I mean, the SEC is loaded with quarterbacks this year,
right?
But I think all that will come with time. But moving on, we're going to move on to an absolute banger of an SEC matchup this week. You got number 8 Alabama at 14 Missouri. Missouri is 5-0 on the year. Alabama 4-1 with that loss at Florida State to open the year. This is going to be a great game. Here's my only thing: is Missouri is a very unproven team to be 5-0. Which again, I'm not even going to say it. They're ranked 14. They're 5-0. Doesn't make any sense. They're unproven. The biggest game they've had is against South Carolina, which they barely won by
Barely.
9 points. And
Right.
we're not a very good football team this year.
And we were winning the entire game into the fourth quarter. So
Exactly.
yeah.
And Alabama beat Vandy last week, Georgia the week before, lost to Florida State, sure, but beat Wisconsin. They've looked good, honestly. Ty Simpson is a great quarterback so far this year.
him. I like him.
He did not have a lot going into the year, but I think he's improved a lot, especially looking at the last 2 games. I think Alabama rolls. I think this is where Missouri is proven to not be as good of a team as they are on paper. They're, like I said, they're unproven. So give me Alabama in this one by I think the spread is 2.5. Give me Alabama by 2 touchdowns. It's 5.5 now. Excuse me. Yeah, give me them by 2 touchdowns. Will?
Yeah, this one's not even hard. Missouri's not a good football team. They're a fraud 5-0 team. They barely beat South Carolina when South Carolina had 15 penalties, -9 rushing yards, and over 30 missed tackles. Yeah. They got bailed out of that game. They shouldn't have won. They've played nobody. They struggled against Kansas early and barely won there. Alabama is a really good football team. I think it's going to be a bloodbath. I think it's going to be a good old-fashioned butt whooping. It's not going to be close. Bama's going to kick them up and down the field from the beginning kickoff. If it's possible to take Alabama by 1,000 in this game, give me Bama by 1,000 in this game. It's roll tide. Missouri's not a good football team. They should not be 14. This is the team that I have the most issue with being where they're at. They are not good. They have not proven to be good at 5-0. Just because they're 5-0, you cannot put them at 14. That is a level of being a good team that they have not proven to this point.
This is AP poll, though. They don't.
That's what I'm saying.
This is the week that Missouri gets exposed, and they will drop out of the top 25 after Bama absolutely roll tide all over them this week.
Yeah.
Ty Simpson might win the Heisman off of this week alone.
Could.
I love it. I would not hate it at all. Well, Preston, what you got?
Yeah, I'm not big on Mizzou as well. I think going off this Carolina game, we had that game won to the fourth quarter. We beat ourselves, and we simply just beat ourselves. And then the other games they played, I don't think they have a quarterback. I don't think Prabula is the guy. Everybody talks how Prabula's a good quarterback. He hadn't done nothing. He didn't do nothing against Carolina. They ran the ball like 40 times. That's what they did. That's how they beat Carolina, by running the ball. We typically don't get beat through the air, so we have a pretty good secondary. But yeah, I think Alabama is just a top tier team. Like I said, they're on another level than everybody else because of the constant recruits they get from year after year and the money they have to go out and get players. Now, I will say this: Ty Simpson was Saban's last recruited quarterback. So, if that says anything, that's still a product of Nick Saban. So, and if you watch his interviews, dude, the dude is solid. Like, really good testimony, has a really good head on his shoulders. Like, his faith comes before anything, and he expresses that in most of his interviews. And so I like the kid. I think he's solid. I think he's got a lot going for him. And I think he's a good quarterback. So I think that week 1 fluke against FSU, they just – it's his first game, first collegiate football game that he had played, and that's a pretty tough matchup to begin the season. So, but we've seen these transfer teams that just buy a team and put them on the field, eventually they wear out. We see that with Florida State. I think eventually we'll see that with Texas Tech. They have an easier schedule than most, but you'll see these teams that go out and buy players, they're good for a little bit, but then they just can't stack up. They don't have that cohesiveness. Like Matt was saying earlier, like these rivalry games don't mean as much to them because they haven't been there. They haven't come through the hype of being recruited there, going there. You go to Carolina, you hate Clemson. And it's not in a bad way. It's just that rivalry that is a standard for you choose this school. It's that we don't like those guys. That's one game we circle on the calendar every year. If we lose all year, as long as we win that game, the season's a success. It's like same with Clemson against us, I'm sure. So the same thing for these transfer guys. Like there's not as much leg in these games as that's a great point that Matt made. So I'm going Alabama all the way. Give me Alabama. Roll Tide.
Great pick there. I like the cohesiveness that we have on the show right now with some of our picks.
Yeah.
Aside from a few, but hey, it's looking good. Hey, moving on to a big pick for us as a show, as this is our home team for all of us. We got South Carolina going down to Baton Rouge, taking on 11 LSU. This is an interesting one, something that we've circled. Actually, Preston, I don't mean to ruin it for you, but Preston is actually in Louisiana, primed and ready to attend this game tomorrow.
Go into it, baby.
Yes, sir. So this is a big game for us. I am torn. Honestly, as a Carolina fan, looking at this game, I am torn between my integrity and being a homer because I really want to pick South Carolina.
And integrity. Yeah.
Right. I want to pick South Carolina so bad. And I'm going to because LSU is an unproven 11 team, number 11 team. They lost Ole Miss. Ole Miss is probably one of the top teams in the SEC, by the way. But
yes, for sure.
They haven't played anybody. They beat Clemson by a touchdown. They went to Louisiana Tech, struggled against them, beat Florida by 10. The common denominator in all these non-proven teams is Florida and a small win against Florida. Yeah. They played most of these teams at home. They lost to Ole Miss away. Sure, South Carolina hasn't looked great, but this is the revenge game from last year. LSU ruined it. It was torn away from us last year. We could have been in the playoff if there was not a garbage referee in the LSU Carolina game. So, Carolina to the moon. I'm going to take it. I don't care. You can say what you want. I think Carolina has had this one circled, especially after last year. And I don't think LSU is a number 11 team. Again, the AP poll is a joke for ranking them number 11 with wins against nobody. So Justin just changed his answer from a lot to by 10. So give me South Carolina in this one. Go Gamecocks. Will.
Yeah, this one, like you said, this one's got me torn. I do have a little bit of information that I just saw come from Pete Thamel about an hour ago. LSU's top receiver, Anderson, is out for the game. He is done. So that's a big weapon that they're going to miss. Their running game is not great. It's not, consistent enough to be like, oh, that can beat us. And I really don't think Nussmeier is that good of a quarterback. Completely honest. I think he's overrated. I think that he's not going to be a top-tier NFL quarterback. I think he's got some issues. He gets bailed out by some talent around him a little bit. My dad likes to call him the master of mid because he is a mid quarterback. And I think his offensive line is a little shaky. The defense, I do like their defense. I think it's really good. Whit Weeks is playing at a high
defense
level.
Is good, yeah.
They're at LSU. South Carolina's a little banged up on the offensive line as well. I think they're going to have to get some consistency running the ball. And I think Sellers is going to have to be that guy again this year. He's going to have to stay healthy the whole game. He's going to have to be that guy. He's going to have to take over, especially in the second half when it matters. The defense is going to have to tackle. That has been their weakness all year. If they can tackle in space and make the key third down stops, I think they have a shot. I think that South Carolina will win the football game. But I'm going to pick LSU to win for the show. Because I made a statement a couple weeks ago that I would not let South Carolina burn me. And I'm going to stick by my word, and I'm going to hedge my bets this week to where, even if we lose on the gridiron, I'm going to win on here. And I will gladly lose on here to win on the field on Saturday. But everything about Carolina football tells me that I can't pick them as much as my heart wants to. So I'm going to be professional and smart and take LSU, even though I think South Carolina probably wins.
Yeah, I hear you. That makes sense. Preston?
Yeah, I will be at the game tomorrow. Super stoked about that. Heading there, probably. There's a place called Walk-Ons. It's a local restaurant that a couple walk-ons for LSU basketball, I think, started. And really good restaurant, kind of right next to the stadium. So we're going to go there for lunch, and then we're going to kind of go and see the festivities going on and everything, kind of like Gamecock Walk and all that, but for LSU. So, yeah, it's a tough situation. I think this is our Oklahoma game of last year, and I think this is either going to make us or break us. So I think this is a game we either come out and roll, or this defines the rest of our season. And because it doesn't get easier after this, it gets harder. And so this is probably the easiest game left, in my opinion. So because we have Alabama, we have A&M, we have Ole Miss. Who else? Who am I missing? Alabama, A&M, Ole Miss, Oklahoma. Like, it doesn't get easier.
Yeah.
And so this is the easiest game left. So you either win this one or the rest of the year is going to look pretty ugly. And so, I mean, we might win. If we don't win this game, we might win 2 games, and that's Clemson in that Coastal game. So that's going to be a tough year, guys. It could be a 5-7, 6-6 year. So,
sadly,
it just depends. Like, we had some really good looks last week against Kentucky. We looked really good. We still didn't look great on offense. So I think this is a week it's got to come together. We got to come out there. We got to throw these 60-yard passes to Harbor. We got to get a run game going. It's got to be this week. And if it doesn't happen, then the rest of the year's, going to be disappointing. Justin's talking about walk-ons. Walk-ons is phenomenal. It's so good. They have this buffalo chicken sandwich there. It's like that big. It's huge. It's like 2 chicken breasts, like with buffalo and ranch all over it. Oh, so good. Anyways, yeah, I love walk-ons. He said it took a step that there, so super cool.
Preston with the back-to-back lunches for the century. That's
dude.
What a lunch lineup you've had. I'm so jealous.
Good this week, boys. Matt says LSU takes the main family bowl by. LSU takes the main family bowl by 2 touchdowns. I think I'm gonna go with Matt. I think LSU wins this game. If it was at Carolina, I'd probably pick Carolina, but I'm gonna pick LSU just because LSU's defense is going to be strong. It's to me, it's almost 50-50, but since it's at home, I'm going to take LSU just because I don't think Carolina's quite there yet. I think next year will be a better year for Carolina if they all don't jump ship. So we'll see. We'll see how much family atmosphere that Beamer has actually built. We'll see how many people transfer. So we'll see if that's tried and true. And this will kind of be a test for Beamer. Like, I'm sure he knows it. Like, we'll see how it's years like this where the true coaches will figure it out. Like, I don't know. I just don't. I'm worried about this game. I think this game is our breaking point. So
yeah,
I'm gonna take LSU. I know Anderson is out, that top tier wide receiver they're talking about. I saw that as we were dropping the car off at LSU this afternoon. So that will play in our advantage a little bit. I just think that crowd atmosphere and their defense that LSU has is just going to be overwhelming. And they know how to play us, like, because they figured us out last year. We're up by 2 or 3 touchdowns, and they figured us out and came back and won.
Well,
so same goes for this week. So
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's true. That's true. That's definitely true.
3 touchdowns called back. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Also true.
Listen,
LSU. I'm taking LSU. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd love
to pick Carolina, but I'm trying to be realistic. So
respect.
I don't hate the picks. I don't blame y'all at all. Like I said, I was torn between, like Preston said, integrity and passion. I see where you're coming from, and I don't blame you one bit. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you you're wrong, because it could be ugly. Honestly,
Yeah,
it
could
might be pretty ugly. But moving on to our game of the week. This is a true giant game. They picked this one right. Number 7 Indiana going at number 3 Oregon. Two undefeated teams. Oregon is a 7.5-point favorite going to this one. We've got a quarterback matchup for the ages. Mendoza versus Moore, two Heisman candidates so far. I think this is just going to be an absolute slugfest. Oregon obviously having the win against Penn State. Doesn't look as good now. Indiana having that big win against Illinois. It's just a great game. It's a great matchup. Something you love to see kind of mid-season. Two undefeated teams. I don't know why I keep wanting to say dogs. I don't understand. I don't know where that's coming from. But I'll make this quick because my notes are gone. But I am going to take Oregon. It's in Eugene. So give me Oregon. I'm going to go by a field goal. I think there's going to be a lot of points scored just for the two quarterbacks that we have in this matchup. So give me Oregon, but I'll turn it over to y'all. Will, what you got?
Yeah, I don't have much to say on this one. I think it's going to be a great game. The reason I don't have much, well, hold on. We got my boy, Mr. Dusty, in the chat. He checked in. I got to shout out the GOAT. I love that guy. Praying for you, Mr. Dusty, and your operation, everything coming up. If you got it, hope it all goes well. Hope
Dusty's picking
for
Dusty.
you. Yes, sir. He's picking Dusty. Hey, I picked Dusty 10 times over this week. Yeah. So, but back to football. I'm going strictly off of a gut feeling this week, and I'm going to take Indiana by 7. I think it's an upset in Eugene. I think Mendoza has a great game. He balls out. I trust him a little bit more than Dante Moore. So give me Indiana by 7 in an upset this week, boys.
I love it. Preston, close us out.
I'm going to say Oregon. I still think Oregon is top 2 team in college football. I think Ohio State and Oregon are up there, top tier. That's another top tier team. I forgot to add Oregon because of that. They have that money, man, that donor money. And they just have an outpouring of it.
That Nike.
With Nike being there. Yeah, that Nike, whatever his name is. He's the alumni there.
Phil Knight.
Big money. Phil Knight, that's it. So I forgot about that, Phil Knight. Yeah, I would say Oregon. It's at Oregon. I think Oregon's a better team than Indiana. We kind of saw it last year. Indiana would put up some big points against these lower mid-tier teams, but then when they played these big teams, they just got stomped. And so I think that's the same thing with this. I think Indiana will come out there and try to, play an offensive battle, but I think when it comes down to defense, Oregon is just different. They're built different. They're big all the way around. Josh Pate was talking about how big they were. They look like an NFL football team. They're just massive. Both sides of the ball. They look like men out there among boys. So I like Oregon. I like Oregon maybe to win it all. So I think they come out, they roll. I think they beat Indiana. This will be a big statement for them because then that Oregon-Ohio State matchup is going to be a big deal. So and it's in Oregon too, so I think home field advantage will play a little bit to it. But I like Oregon for sure. So give me Oregon.
Love it. The only thing I disagree with is having them as a top 2 team. I think you're forgetting Miami in that top 2 team conversation. But
ACC, man, ACC,
Big Ten.
Big Ten. Listen, Big Ten has got some powerhouses. The Big Ten's won a national championship the last 2 years in a row.
They have 2.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, I love the pick. Oregon, I think is definitely gonna win this game. But hey, that's our show.
Hey, listen, before we stop, I got a great idea. Let's do a cheer talk. Top 5 chicken finger or chicken.
I'm ready. Hang on, I'm closing my laptop. Going no notes.
Hold on. how do you name this? Top tier chicken
Top
places.
top 3 chicken
Okay,
tender
3.
places. Top 3.
Tenders, or can it be boneless wings too? Or are we just going straight
Or do we
Tenders.
just
Keep
go
it
fast
simple.
food restaurant? Do we just go fast food, chicken tender?
Tenders? Go tenders.
Tenders.
What you got? You give me your first.
All right. Number 1. Number 1's Cane's, for sure.
Ooh.
Number 2, California Dreamin'. It's a local restaurant.
Oh, that's a great pool.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, their chicken tenders.
I love it. Yeah.
It could be a sneaky number 1. Even the sauce, is so good. They have their own chicken tender sauce. So good.
Hey,
If you ever in the
we're gonna have to
Augusta
do house
area,
salads next week. So,
their house
California
salad
Dreamin'.
is number 1.
This is the best.
Number
Yes,
one.
number 1.
Their house salad
with a
is
honey
so
butter
good.
croissant.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Can we just stop talking about football and just talk about food?
Wait. Do you get the ranch, or do you get that house?
House
the honey
dressing.
mustard. The honey mustard with the bacon drizzle.
Yeah, house dressing all day long. Yes.
So good.
Yes.
So good.
Dusty
What
says
I'm hearing is
City Billiards.
City Bees. I like City Bees.
Hey, if I want a burger, Edgefield pool room.
Facts. Yes.
Sure.
Sorry.
Hey, listen.
We'll do that next week, or we'll just do a whole separate pod. Sorry,
Cane's
Preston.
number 1. Cane's number 1. No, you're good. Cane's number 1. California Dream is number 2. Number 3, I'm gonna have to sneak in there. Gosh, not Zaxby's. Gosh, who's got some good tenders?
I know
It's just
mine.
like, man.
I got mine. I have mine.
All right, you gotta come back to me.
got
Go
mine.
ahead. You gotta come back to me. I don't know 3 yet.
Logan,
go.
go.
Right, hang on. Hey, we gotta go through the chat because our
Chad
chat is blowing up
off.
right now.
Chad is going off. This
Chat
is
is going
tier.
crazy.
This is top tier.
All right, we got Cane's, Wendy's, Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
Okay, I like it. And
Not bad.
and my screen just froze, so I can't click any more comments. But I think Justin said Cane's, Zaxby's, and Bethune Grill or something. Is that correct?
I don't know what Bethune Grill is, but
there we
Yeah,
go.
neither. Must be a local chain.
try it
be
out
something
next time
local.
I'm in Jacksonville.
Matt.
But
dude, Wingstop is up there. I was gonna say Wingstop.
I like it.
Wingstop.
I can't go Wingstop.
All right, that's number 3. That's number 3.
Here we go.
Wingstop
Okay.
with the
I like
lemon pepper seasoning.
I like it.
Wingstop.
All right,
All right,
I'm
Logan.
done.
I'm going with a local pool here. I am
Me too.
going Snowcap Buffalo Tenders.
Snowcap.
The
Solid.
greatest, freshest
Solid.
tender you will ever have.
Yeah.
I know where Will's going with his local, so I won't take it, but I know where he's going. Second, I'm going Cane's for sure. And third, I think I'm going to go. Oh, man, I'm torn. I'm torn because I want to take Will's pool.
You could take one. You could take. There's 2 that I think you're thinking of, and you could go either way with them.
All right. Here, I'm going 2 local pools. I'm going Snowcat Buffalo Tenders. Then I'm going Cane's, and then I'm going Chicken Fingers and Evans. Also,
yes,
that's
Lord.
also.
Yes,
No. I take that back. Snowcap, Cane's, Slim Chickens, lock it in.
Slim Chickens is pretty
Not
solid.
bad.
Slim Chickens.
That was
Not
a
bad.
close third.
Slim Chickens.
All right. Listen,
Miss Holly. Snowcap
I'm
is
really
superior.
disappointed.
It's the best.
Maybe-
It's the best one. I'm telling you. Try it.
Number 3 is Chicken Fingers and Evans. Got to be Chicken Fingers. It's solid.
Love it.
It's my go-to if I can't go to these other 2 places.
I've
Now
never
the
been
top
there,
2 is
ever.
where the top 2 is tough. Based off of just Chicken Fingers, man. All right. Number 2, I'm going to go Gary's Hamburgers.
Ooh.
Their chicken
Oh,
fingers are
man.
so slept on, dude.
Yes.
So good.
With the honey
Yes.
mustard sauce, dude. Oh my goodness. I love that place. I go any chance I get, dude. It's got to be Gary's number
love
2.
it. Oh my gosh,
and-
I forgot. Yeah.
I know.
Gary's is good. All right. Next week,
I think Gary's could be number one,
fast food.
but I'll go Canes.
Burgers. We're going burgers.
Okay, burgers. Yes. Next week.
All right. Will, sorry. You said chicken fingers,
Gary's,
and Canes.
There we go.
Canes.
Yes.
In case you haven't had
Canes,
Canes,
it takes it because of the toast and the fries. I think their fries are a little better with the toast.
Sauce.
Superior.
Oh,
superior.
Man. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you do cane sauce, Will?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gosh, how do you not? So here's what I like
Some
to do with
people
my
don't, man.
canes, and I can't wait for us to get one locally. Is I kind of break the bread open a little bit. I put a chicken tender in there, some fries, and then I take it and I dip it in the sauce. Oh my gosh! I am now hung. Oh wait, somebody said. Oh yeah, there it is. Ollie said boneless wings / tenders at Langley Tavern are amazing. Langley Tavern, brand new spot right here in the valley, close to us. They have boneless wings, but it's really like a tender. It's not quite like a chicken nugget. It's a little bit bigger, so it's more of a tender. Very, very, very good as well. Doesn't quite make my top 3, but dude, let's book it. Tears.
Have you been to Chicken Fingers, Evans?
I haven't. I was saying that earlier.
Oh my gosh!
Wait.
What?
Hold. What are you doing next Friday for lunch?
Yes.
Going to Chicken Tenders and Evans.
Book it. Yes.
Hey,
yes, sir.
Boys.
Yes, you are.
Chicken Fingers for lunch.
I'll be here.
Off on Fridays. We're all off on Fridays. Lock it in.
Yep.
That's right.
Hey, Luke's coming too. I know he's in. One thing we can count in is a trip to Chicken Fingers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But man, what?
My computer.
You know what? Let's just cancel this college football thing. Let's just talk about food. Let's just do it.
I'm about it.
Listen.
Oh my gosh! But
food,
that's our show.
Food is important, man. Food is important. People love
it's
food.
so important.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to put
Bible
a poll
says
on
to
our
break
Facebook.
bread together.
Hey, amen. It's in the book of Acts. Acts Initiative. Here we go.
That manna from heaven comes from Canes.
Oh
yes,
my
sir.
gosh.
Drops right in the Canes. They put it in a piece of toast and they give it to you.
Have y'all seen the sauce cup from Canes where it's literally the full cup and you just
Oh yes.
Oh my gosh. I'm hungry. I'm about to go eat a snack. But that's our show. So glad to have a new topic, new segment on the show. It's my favorite part. But hey, if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't liked, if you haven't shared, make sure to do that right now. Make sure to stay tuned for polls that are coming about our next top tier. Tune in. Hey, if you didn't know, we now have a podcast on Spotify that goes live on Saturdays or Sundays, depends. Make sure to check that out. Even if you don't want to watch this video and you just want to listen to us talk, if you want us to put your kids to sleep for you, we'll do that. Hey,
got it.
It's great white noise, in case you didn't know. But make sure to check that out. But hey, we appreciate you guys. Any closing remarks, Will and Preston?
Just excited for a great week of college football. Hoping Carolina can get a dub, and looking forward to church this Sunday. Our pastor at Quest is going over the book of James, and I love the book of James. So if you're in the Augusta area, quick plug to Quest.
It's awesome.
If you're in the Granite area, Breezy Hill.
Yeah, for sure. Looking forward to this weekend. Looking forward to a day of college football. So I'm excited about the LSU Carolina game. Don't know how the outcome is, but then again, it doesn't matter. So I'm just happy to be there, happy to enjoy the environment. Just see what we can do against LSU's defense. And I think we'll be okay. I think it'll be a close game like last year. I think we're pretty evenly matched, I would say. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, and we'll see who the better coach is. And so I think that's where we're going to find out. And so, but yeah, looking forward to it. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you for the comments. Keep the comments coming. That helps out with views for sure, because it allows us to get more recognition as more comments are being placed. And so it helps the algorithm per se. So keep it coming, guys. We'll try to shout you out. We'll try to interact with you as much as we can. And I apologize for being late. My fault. Different hour, different time zone. I thought I was good. I didn't have the graphics and stuff and the stuff ready. That's my fault. I thought I had time, so my bad. So
All good. All good. So, all right. Well, that's it for us. We appreciate you guys. Y'all have a great weekend in college football. And as always,